Story number 1, The Voodoo Curse. The arrival of the mysterious transfer student at our high school sent ripples of curiosity and apprehension through the halls. Whispers quickly circulated about their involvement in voodoo rituals and their rumored ability to shape the destinies of those around them. As the days went by, the atmosphere grew heavy with a sense of foreboding. It wasn't long before our school was gripped by a wave of unsettling events. Bizarre incidents unfolded, leaving us questioning the very fabric of our reality. Students fell victim to unexplained illnesses, their conditions confounding medical professionals. The once vibrant hallways were now clouded with an air of uncertainty and fear. Intrigued by the rumors and the growing unease, I couldn't resist delving deeper into the world of voodoo. I immersed myself in books and online resources, searching for answers that would shed light on the enigmatic transfer student and the strange occurrences that plagued us. Each discovery deepened my fascination and heightened my determination to uncover the truth. As I began to connect the dots, it became clear that the transfer student held the key to unraveling the mystery. I followed their trail, seeking clues and speaking with those who had interacted with them. The deeper I delved, the more I realized the true power of voodoo and the consequences it carried. In my quest for the truth, I found myself drawn into a shadowy realm of rituals and spells. I sought guidance from those experienced in the ways of voodoo, willing to risk my own safety to expose the transfer student's dark secret. But the deeper I ventured, the more elusive the answers became. Then, one fateful day, the transfer student vanished without a trace. There were no clues, no explanations, just an empty void where they once stood. It was as if they had vanished into thin air, leaving behind a void of unanswered questions. The disappearance cast a chilling shadow over our school, leaving us to wonder if we had truly witnessed something supernatural. Despite my efforts, I was left without closure. The truth remained elusive, leaving me with a lingering sense of unease. What had happened to the transfer student? Where had they gone, and what had become of their voodoo practices? The mysteries lingered, haunting my thoughts and urging me to continue my search for answers. This is a true account of my involvement in the unsettling saga of the voodoo curse that befell our high school. It serves as a reminder that some mysteries are never fully unraveled, and some secrets remain hidden forever. Join me as I reflect on the enigmatic events that unfolded, and explore the lingering questions that surround the mysterious transfer student and the voodoo curse that left us both fascinated and unsettled. Story number 2, The History Class. The haunting history classroom in our high school cast a long shadow over our academic lives. From the whispers that seemed to emerge from thin air, calling out students' names, to the eerie shadows that danced along the walls, it was clear that something otherworldly lingered within those walls. The rumors circulated like wildfire, each student sharing their spine-chilling encounters. One day, during a seemingly ordinary history lesson, the atmosphere shifted in an instant. The air turned stagnant, and an unsettling chill crept through the room. As our teacher delved into the subject of a particularly dark historical event, the temperature seemed to plummet, sending shivers down our spines. It was as if the very essence of the past had seeped into the present, immersing us in an unexplainable darkness. Then, the blackboard, a mere slate of wood and chalk, became an instrument of the supernatural. Words and messages began to manifest before our eyes, as if written by an invisible hand. The board seemed to come alive, recounting disturbing historical events that sent a wave of unease through the classroom. The words etched themselves into our minds, forcing us to confront the horrors of the past. Fear gripped our hearts as we realized that this was no mere hallucination or collective imagination. It was too real, too tangible, to be dismissed as a figment of our minds. Each student's face turned pale, our breaths shallow, and our veins pulsated with a mixture of anticipation and dread. We were trapped in a nightmare that unfolded before our very eyes. Whispers filled the air, echoing with the weight of history and the sorrow of those who had come before us. Shadows slithered along the corners of the classroom, playing hide and seek with our sanity. The room became a battleground, where the line between the living and the dead blurred, and the weight of history bore down upon us. As the history lesson drew to a close, the blackboard once again fell silent. The messages vanished, leaving behind an eerie emptiness. We were left grappling with a mix of terror and fascination. What had transpired in that haunted classroom? Was it a glimpse into a dark dimension where the past and present converged? Or was it a reminder that history has a way of lingering, its echoes permeating through time? To this day, the haunting history classroom remains etched in our memories, a chilling testament to the supernatural mysteries that can unfold within the walls of an educational institution. Join me as we delve deeper into the enigmatic occurrences that plagued our high school, and explore the unexplained forces that left us trembling with a mixture of fear and curiosity. Story number 3, Vanished but Not Gone. The mysterious disappearance of a beloved student from our high school left us haunted by unanswered questions. She was a bright and vivacious presence in our halls, and her sudden vanishing sent shockwaves through our tight-knit community. As whispers and rumors circulated, a dark cloud of suspicion hung over her involvement with a secret society or forbidden rituals. Then, an unsettling encounter unfolded within the confines of our school. Students reported seeing her in the girls' washroom, bent over a piece of paper, scribbling frantically in an incomprehensible foreign language. It was a sight that sent shivers down our spines, as we grappled with the unknown depths of her actions. The next day, tragedy struck near the school crossing. 2 innocent high school boys were struck by a car, the driver later claiming an inexplicable loss of control within the school zone. A sense of foreboding settled over us, connecting the pieces of this bewildering puzzle. A series of inexplicable events followed in its wake, casting a shadow of fear over our school. Each incident seemed to bear the mark of the unknown, leaving us to question the boundaries of reality and the existence of hidden forces lurking beneath the surface. With each passing day, our grip on normalcy grew increasingly tenuous. Then, the girl reappeared, a harbinger of darkness, on the football field. The sight of her digging a hole to bury a headless cat struck terror into the hearts of those who witnessed it. Panic engulfed them, and the only recourse was to dial 911, hoping for salvation from the horrors that seemed to be closing in around us. Law enforcement intervened swiftly, detaining the girl and initiating an investigation that would uncover the unimaginable. The depths of her involvement in a sinister conspiracy went beyond our worst nightmares. The truth that emerged threatened to unravel the very fabric of our existence, plunging us into a realm of darkness and malevolence that we had never fathomed. As the investigation unfolded, it became apparent that our lives had unwittingly become pawns in a game far more sinister than we could have ever imagined. The secret society she was associated with, their dark rituals, and their insidious agenda revealed a hidden side to our community, one that shattered our sense of safety and left us grappling with our own vulnerability. In the end, the resolution did not bring solace. The sinister conspiracy, although partly unveiled, left us with a lingering unease. The questions that remained unanswered, the secrets that still eluded us, haunted our every waking moment. It was a reminder that even within the seemingly ordinary, there are hidden depths of darkness that can consume us, threatening to unravel the very fabric of our lives. As you reflect upon the unsettling tale of the mysterious disappearance and its nightmarish aftermath, remember that the world is full of secrets and conspiracies that may lurk just beneath the surface. Be wary of the darkness that hides within the shadows, for it may be closer than you ever dared to imagine. Story number 4, The Basement. The forbidden basement beneath our high school held an air of dread and mystery that intrigued and terrified us in equal measure. Whispers of its cursed nature and the presence of otherworldly entities had circulated among the students for years. It was a place shrouded in secrecy, hidden beneath the bustling halls and classrooms above. Fueled by curiosity and a hunger for adventure, a group of friends and I decided to embark on a daring exploration of the forbidden basement. Equipped with flashlights and cameras, we were determined to uncover the truth that lay dormant in the dark recesses beneath our school. As we descended the creaking stairs, a sense of unease settled upon us. The atmosphere grew heavier with each step, as if the very air had thickened with an ominous energy. Our hearts raced, and a chill ran down our spines, but we pushed forward, determined to face whatever lay ahead. The deeper we ventured, the more the darkness consumed us. Shadows danced on the walls, their movements both mesmerizing and unsettling. The distant sound of dripping water echoed through the narrow corridors, amplifying our growing sense of isolation. It wasn't long before we began to notice subtle signs of the basement's sinister nature. Flickering lights cast eerie shadows, and strange whispers seemed to linger just beyond our hearing. The air turned stale and musty, suffused with an unidentifiable odor that made our skin crawl. As we explored further, our cameras captured fleeting glimpses of spectral apparitions, darting in and out of our vision. The very walls seemed to pulse with an unseen presence, as if the basement itself were alive with a malevolent force. But our adventure took a terrifying turn when we stumbled upon a hidden chamber, concealed behind a rusted door. Its air of foreboding was palpable, and a sense of imminent danger enveloped us. Reluctantly, we stepped inside, the weight of the unknown pressing upon our shoulders. Within that chamber, we encountered something unspeakable. A presence beyond comprehension loomed before us, its form twisted and distorted. Fear clutched at our hearts as we realized we had trespassed into a realm not meant for the living. Panic seized us, and our attempts to flee proved futile. The basement seemed to morph into a nightmarish labyrinth, twisting and turning, denying us any escape. Darkness consumed us, and the boundaries between reality and nightmare blurred. The entities that haunted the depths of the basement taunted us with their presence, their sinister whispers growing louder with each passing moment. We fought to retain our sanity, clinging to the hope of finding an exit. But the basement seemed to possess a malevolent will of its own, determined to keep us trapped within its clutches. Our cries for help echoed in the oppressive darkness, unanswered and unheard. In the end, we managed to escape, but not unscathed. The experience forever changed us, leaving behind deep scars on our psyche. The forbidden basement had revealed its secrets, and they were more terrifying than we could have ever imagined. As you reflect upon the chilling tale of the forbidden basement, remember that there are places in this world that hold a darkness that should never be disturbed. Sometimes, it is best to let sleeping horrors lie, for venturing into the unknown can lead to an irreversible descent into madness.